Hello, welcome to Liverpool versus everybody. I'm late, of course. Had to record the game. Got off work late. Got home, watched it with the family. So good, 2-1. As we all know by this point, Spurs never looked like they wanted to play at all in the game. You saw the lineup, and when I saw the lineup, I thought that's an easy win. Not to disrespect them, but as you saw, we showed that should have been 3-4 nil. Actually, the penalty was clearly fluke, clearly suspect. I almost feel like the ref kind of felt for the Spurs how they were looking pretty pitiful, so he thought, I'll give you a penalty, maybe you get back in the game. That's okay. Adversity, got through it. That's what a real team does. Um, so onwards and upwards. And shout out to DT from Arsenal Fan TV. He was speaking about how he didn't want to draw Liverpool. Much respect on that. To be honest with you, I don't want to draw Arsenal either. Maybe in the final, semi-final even, but let's get somebody else, anybody. I mean, for me, the only teams that are really going to give us any work this season, or this season in the competition and in the cup competition, is to me Arsenal and a full strength Spurs side. Those are the only teams in my opinion that are really going to give us any trouble. So I'm not worried about any of the team in the league at all. I know we can lose. Nobody's untouchable, but if we come to play every game, we should win every game. That's just how I feel about it. There's teams that'll give us trouble, lower level teams, if you want to call it that. But at the end of the day, it's only two teams that I'm really concerned with and watching them in the table. So shout out real quick to the Spurs TV, or Spurred on. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't know what happened to your channel, but I see you haven't had any uploads in a while. So rest in peace, Spurred on. Much love. So yeah, I mean, everybody looked good tonight. I think it's a beautiful thing to see Sturridge get a brace. I mean, that's just lovely to see. I don't know how his confidence was. Maybe a little shaky. If you notice in the games, they'll pan over to his face, and of course, they catch him right on time all the time with this look on his face, as if he would be smiling. You know what I mean? So, but it's encouraging for me as a supporter. It should be encouraging for Sturridge as well to get that brace. Probably could have had a hat trick or a quadruple trick. I don't know if there's a name for scoring 4 goals, but he looked possessed out there when he got the ball, and should have got that hat trick. Unlucky with the hit in the post. But going into it, I did think about Vorm, and he made some good saves today. He's a great keeper to be a backup keeper. But we got the better of him a couple times and probably should have got some more. So onwards and upwards, though. I mean, I'm not gonna make any complaints. That game, we dominated from start to finish. And how about the young guys just out there just balling out of control, man? Arnold, we already know Kev Stewart, who he's a man. He should get a run in the league at some point in the starting 11. Yeah, I said it. He should get a start real soon. Genie was a beast today. It's just lovely to see that we got every tier of the formation, we just got a bunch of animals out there, man. And the way we just ran around like rats around that field and just clogging up everything, there was no match. The real chance they had, poor young man. I don't know. I forget his name. The kid they got, one of the strikers, wingers, whatever, forward man. There's a ball right to him, and I don't know if he was just shocked at how amazing this opportunity was going to be for him, but he straight squandered that, and I'm glad he did, because that could have been 2-2. Then it really would have been nervy. But we had this game all around, and naturally there are some when a team scores and it's just one goal that separates a draw, you do worry a bit. But for some reason, I just really didn't. I mean, maybe slightly, but I just felt like we were going to wrap this game up. Clearly, Klopp really values this competition. I think he wants the trophy. Make no bones about it. And I think we're going to get it this year. We went all the way last year. Unfortunately, just couldn't come up. We came up real small in the penalty shots, but which I thought this game's going to go to penalty shots too. So I'm glad it didn't. But we only saw like 20-25 minutes of the first half because the broadcast network, there was some interruption or whatever, and it kept switching over to Newcastle, Norwich game. I think they showed the Arsenal game as well, I guess Reading. But yeah, so I got to watch it again because I know a lot of you are talking about Lucas and how great of a game he had. There's a couple moments there where I had to remind the family of who Lucas was in that game versus Leicester City. But from what I saw, he didn't do that well. I'm not going to knock him for the penalty. I don't know what differently he could have done. I don't know what he could have done differently in that moment. I think Lamella the donkey was just out there just falling all over the place. They had a second penalty shot. I think Marino went for a tackle and he dove again. And speaking of Moran, I thought he did really good. Nice, clean tackles. I was a little worried a couple of times when he went in for those tackles because I started to remember the other times that he would go in for these real risky kind of sliding tackles. But thought he did good today. Everybody, there's no one to me that was awful today. I thought Mignolet was going to save that penalty, man, just to show like, look, I need to be in goal, and that's my opinion. I want Mignolet back. I'm glad he got to run today. Looks like Karius is number one according to Klopp. So, get behind the players is cool, no biggie. Crystal Palace. I dive into that now, but I'll let the week go on, and we'll talk about Palace a little later in the week, or maybe even the day before the match or day of. But beautiful night, Redmen. Let's keep winning at home, keep winning in general, but definitely keep home that fortress. We got that one. I call it a blemish. I know it was a draw, but to me that should have been a win. But we're undefeated at home. Let's keep it going. And I think the sky's the limit for Liverpool. I mean, no doubt for me. I just think we're in gear right now. We're in gear, and ain't nobody really messing with us right now. Nobody. I don't care who you put in front of us. Ain't nobody messing with us. And again, we beat ourselves a lot of times. I'm not saying this game was that situation, but a lot of times we beat ourselves, which lets me know that nobody can really mess with us. Unless we beat our own self. Unless we beat ourselves, nobody's really going to be able to stay on the pitch with us. So, looking forward to the next round, see what we draw. Hopefully that information comes out sooner than later. Just nice to know who we got to play. But Alan Pardew, coming to see you soon, baby. South London, Liverpool. Let's keep it going.